In all our lessons so far, we've assumed that the values of our data are definite because our data comes from the past. However, our data might sometimes be uncertain, and we may want to analyze how our data looks for several different potential values. In this lesson, we'll learn how to use a what-if parameter in a visualization. A what-if parameter is a field in the dataset that can have a variety of possible values. It can be useful when you want to quickly analyze the impact of various possible scenarios on the business. In our report, let's create a clustered column chart and add the revenue and date fields. We want to see revenue by month, so we'll remove year, quarter, and day from the date hierarchy. We now have a simple column chart of revenue by month. The company's revenue is entirely generated by its salespeople. When a sale is made, the salesperson receives a certain percentage of the sale as a commission. The company is currently setting the commission percentage for the next year. As part of this process, they want to analyze the impact of various possible commission rates on monthly revenue. We can do this using a what-if parameter. To create the what-if parameter, we'll navigate to the Modeling tab and select New Parameter. In this window, we need to create a name and a data type for the parameter and specify the possible values. We'll name the parameter Commission Percentage. The possible values will be percentages, so we need to set the data type as a decimal number. We'll allow values of 5% to 30% in increments of 5%. To do this, we'll set the minimum value as 0.05, the maximum value as 0.3, and the increment as 0.05. We'll set the default value as 0.1, representing 10%. We'll keep the option to add a slicer selected and press OK to create the parameter. In the fields list, we can see that a new table has been created called Commission Percentage. It contains two fields. The first one, Commission Percentage, contains the possible values of the parameter, while the second one, Commission Percentage Value, contains the value currently selected from the slicer. We can also see that a slicer has been created containing the possible values for the parameter. Before we go on, we'll select the Commission Percentage field, navigate to the Column Tools tab, and format the field as a percentage. We'll also remove the decimal places. The slicer values are now formatted as percentages. At the moment, our slicer doesn't affect our column chart in any way. We're going to create a measure calculating revenue after commission and add it to the column chart. We'll cover measures in a lot more detail in our DAX courses, but for now, all you need to know is that a measure is a formula that we can add to our visualizations. We'll navigate to the Modeling tab, select New Measure, and type the formula. We'll call the measure Revenue Without Commission. The formula will use the sum formula on our existing revenue, then multiply that value by 1 minus the commission percentage. We'll then press Enter to create the measure. We can see that the new measure has been added to our fields list. We'll drag this measure onto our clustered column chart. This adds a second bar for each month, showing the total revenue after commission is deducted. If we use the slicer to change the commission percentage, this new column will adjust. If we increase the commission rate, we can see the gap between the columns grows. If we decrease the commission rate, the gap between the columns shrinks. As we can see, the what-if parameter makes it easy to analyze the potential revenue values for various different commission scenarios. We'll stop the lesson here. In the next lesson, we'll learn how one chart can filter other charts using interactions.